One of the biggest names in basketball may have just ruined his own career. And no, we're not talking about Ja Morant this time, but Mikey Williams is facing possibly 30 years in prison and his future is in serious trouble. The basketball prodigy's fall from grace is shocking, and I truly believe that no one saw this coming. Mikey had become a well-known and well-loved figure in the basketball community, but the details coming out of this very serious legal case may change the public opinion about him. Has Mikey managed to ruin his college and NBA career already before it even got started? Stay tuned to hear more about the shocking details coming from this case and what this could mean for Mikey Williams' future as a basketball player. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more detailed analyses and amazing basketball content. Mikey Williams has become a basketball phenom, gained over 3 million followers on social media, and has multiple deals and endorsements all before reaching the age of 20 years old. Mikey becoming a star basketball player should really be no surprise at all, as he comes from a basketball-centric family with his dad being a former basketball player as well. He spent countless hours throughout his life honing his basketball skills while playing in multiple tournaments and youth leagues all over the nation. His high-flying athleticism, fiery competitiveness, and his long-range shooting ability set him apart from the rest of his peers and allowed him to quickly rise up in the rankings and put him on the radar of some of the most prominent scouts in the country. Mikey played high school basketball at a few different schools, but his most notable moments have come while he was playing for San Ysidro High. In his senior season of varsity basketball, he averaged 24 points per game, 9 assists per game, along with 3 rebounds per game. He even managed to drop a record-breaking 77 points in one game, with 9 made three-pointers that went viral on the internet and put his name on notice around the world. Him being able to showcase his talents in big-name events like the McDonald's All-American game only further put his name out there. Mikey Williams is currently on trial and is fighting against 5 charges of assault with a deadly weapon and 1 count of firing into an occupied vehicle. If convicted, he could be facing up to 30 years in jail, which would ultimately be the end of his basketball career and everything that came with it. This incident happened around March 27th of this year in front of his home in San Diego County. Williams and a few other people got into a pretty heated argument around midnight in front of his house, which led to Williams firing a few rounds into the person's car. Luckily for both parties involved, none of the bullets hit anyone. However, some of the bullets did end up striking the car as the other people drove away. Authorities were notified about the shooting the next day, and then on April 13th, officers searched Mikey's home and then arrested him. He was able to post a $50,000 bail on the conditions that he couldn't have any firearms or ammo in his possession. When the news about this broke, fans were in disbelief as Mikey never gave off the impression that he was about that life. Apparently, growing up in the suburbs and being part of a family that is already wealthy isn't enough to keep someone away from criminal activity. As mentioned previously, Williams is currently out on bail, but was ordered on October 10th to stand trial by a Superior Court judge in California as he is facing 6 felony gun charges. He is scheduled back in court to hear his sentencing on October 24th, and this will be the day that decides if the basketball star's future will continue to shine bright or if this situation will dim his light significantly. Things aren't looking too good to help Mikey in this case though, and it seems like he'll have a hard time recovering in all aspects, whether he's considered guilty or not guilty. Will any team want to take a chance to have him a part of their organization? Will any more brands want to have him as the face of their company? You can't help but wonder where things took a turn for Mikey Williams to lead him into a situation like this. He was seen hanging around NBA YoungBoy often, a rapper whose music is heavily influenced by violence and gang activity. So maybe some of the rapper's lifestyle or influence could have rubbed off on Mikey. Whatever the case is, we're hoping the best for Mikey Williams, and hopefully he learns a valuable lesson from this dangerous situation. Things began to take an ugly turn for this case once the witnesses and victims were able to tell their side of what they saw or what happened. One witness started off their statement saying that another witness was trying to discourage them from testifying with the bribe of a large sum of cash in exchange for staying quiet. She told me I would get paid. She didn't say by whom. She said she was getting a contract from Mikey, said one of the boys that was a victim of this incident. Williams' attorney claimed that this was all complete speculation and that there was no evidence of this taking place. If this is true, however, this could mean very serious trouble for Mikey as witness tampering carries a hefty charge. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse for Mikey, something occurred during his trial that almost got the courtroom cleared out completely. A district attorney notified the judge that during the trial, he noticed people that were seemingly affiliated with Mikey making facial and hand gestures in the viewing gallery of the courtroom to intimidate witnesses and victims of the case. So far, the only thing that could be Williams' saving grace is the fact that no one directly saw him firing the gun at the vehicle. Still, Mikey has a deep hole to dig himself out of, as there is enough evidence to at least identify him as the person that was in possession of a firearm that night. Not only is Williams fighting for his freedom, his endorsements and deals may be in jeopardy as well. Mikey was in a position that people his age dream of every day, becoming a multi-millionaire before you're even allowed to drink alcohol legally. He became the first American high school basketball player to sign an endorsement deal with a globally known sneaker company back in 2021. With over 5 million followers on all of the social media platforms, Puma sees this as an opportunity to grow their influence and hopefully sign other big-name athletes as a result of this. The company hasn't made a statement yet regarding their relationship with Williams after the incident, but I'm assuming they're waiting to hear the sentencing like everyone else before they make a final decision. Mikey also has a deal with an online auction company named I Got It, which is also unclear on Williams' future with the company at the moment. He had an endorsement deal with Cash App, but his contract expired about a year ago. Mikey did lose his NIL deal with Lace Clips, a sports tech company that sells wearable fitness trackers, recently. The company was already considering terminating his contract before the incident due to him not fulfilling all of the terms of his contract. The firearm incident just so happened to be the icing on the cake to do away with Williams completely. The timing of this trial couldn't have been worse for Mikey, as it's cutting into his ability to play basketball in his freshman year at Memphis. Preseason practices started about a month ago on September 25th, and their first exhibition game is on October 29th, and their season officially starts on November 6th. Williams doesn't have access to the facilities or any activities on the Memphis campus until after a decision has been made from his trial. Coach Penny Hardaway, along with the rest of everyone at Memphis, is hoping things will work out in Mikey's favor so that they can watch their electrifying combo guard put on a show this season. Hardaway spoke to Mikey amid all of the chaos within his trial to remind him to keep your head up and stay locked in. So what are your guys' opinions on the Mikey Williams case? From the details you've been given, do you feel like this was an act of self-defense, or do you feel like Mikey was wrong to react how he did? Leave your thoughts in the comments. As always, if you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll enjoy these two as well.